Welcome to the real life show, Living with a Chronic Illness. We are your hosts, Cassie and Chelsea. I'm Cassie, a single mom living with a chronic illness who is extremely passionate about living a full and happy life.
And I'm Chelsea, a mindset coach that has a passion for helping people learn to put themselves first and be the best version of themselves each and every day.
We came together to create Spoonies Unite, an uplifting community that offers resources, guidance, and support so you can live your best life while giving you the space to be yourself, be heard, and feel understood. We hope that by providing education from experts, we help Spoonies and their loved ones thrive.
This show is not only for those who live with a chronic illness, but their friends, family, spouses, and just anyone else existing on the earth. Our goal is to normalizing having a chronic illness by sharing the real stories with real people and show the world how relatable those everyday struggles can be. There's a little something in here for everyone.
And of course, thank you to our patrons for your continued support making this possible. If you love our show and want to get some extra goodies, go to patreon.com/TheRealSpooniesUnite. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of The Real Life Show, Living with a Chronic Illness. Cassie and I are coming at you with day 13 of the Mastering Energy Management 21-day workbook, available on the Amazons in a paperback copy and a Kindle copy, if that's your thing. So again, you go through the daily questions. If you're like, I don't know what the daily questions are, go back to episode or day 1, which I'm not really sure what episode that is at this point in time, but it was released on August 1st, or go back to the day 2 where we go into those a little bit more detail, which day 2 was released on August 2nd, 2020. But for today's question, the specific question we wanted to talk about for day 13, it is, what are some thoughts that you have about yourself that aren't very positive? So we didn't necessarily say that they're negative, but they're not the most positive things. So like maybe they could be like, oh, I don't like my thighs, or I don't like that I procrastinate. Not necessarily like full on super, super negative, but they're not positive either. So we want you to start being aware of some of those negative thoughts. I know when I started thinking about negative thoughts about myself, I came up with, I'm a fraud. My butt is small. My thighs are weird. I can't make my dreams come true. I don't deserve success. Weird thoughts that aren't, I guess they're not necessarily weird, but they're not ones that are necessarily make you feel happy.
It's funny because like, as Chelsea was saying that, I like had a little like mouth drop moment where I was like, what? You know? So this is like a really good exercise because it's like, what do we say to ourselves? Mm-hmm. You know, because I would never think those things about you. I'm like, what?
I know, but we're our own worst critics. Like,
yeah, we are.
Generally, other people around us are not saying the shit that we are saying to ourselves. I mean, sometimes it's other people, and that's a different issue. But weird can be pretty mean. I like to call the little voice in your head that's mean the little asshole. I just think calling it the little asshole makes it a little bit more fun to deal with. But yeah, so kind of notice what's the little voice, the little asshole in your voice saying, and just because
sorry, all I can picture is like a tiny bum hole. The little tiny bum hole in my head.
Well, anyway. Bumhole has like a whole different definition for you, Cassie.
That's true.
Has a whole different meaning. So, Cassie, do you want to share any of the negative things that came up for you that I'm sure I'm going to be like, that's not true?
I know. This is really good. Like, everyone, you better not skimp on this shit and actually do this. Okay, I've been telling myself that I've gained weight and I'm losing my figure. I've been telling myself I don't eat well and that I shouldn't eat and that I'm not doing a good job parenting and not doing enough with or for my stepdad, that I'm not cleaning the house enough, that I'm not teaching well and I won't succeed, and that I should be doing better and I could be doing better at life.
You know, the theme of a lot of those was I am not enough.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of reflect on that. And so you might find that maybe there's a pattern between those things. Like maybe the negative things that you're saying have a lot to do with like your physical body. Like mine have a lot more to do with like my actions and how I want to show up in life and my very ambitious goals. And just kind of notice that there's a theme and then maybe kind of dive in to the meaning behind that a little bit more if you want to do some extra work on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't skip on this. And I get
And
some of these
sorry, keep going.
some of these questions that we ask can be kind of uncomfortable. This one included, but don't skimp on it. There's going to be kind of a little bit of a follow-up tomorrow.
That's exactly
Again,
what I was going to say. You can't listen to this episode and not listen to tomorrow's episode.
Yes, you really even don't let this be the day that you stop and give up on this workbook.
Please, dear God.
You gotta please stick with at least one more day. And tomorrow is the last day of week 2, which is crazy.
Because for reals, today's question in combination with tomorrow's question
it's important.
Yeah, they were really big, really thought-provoking things for me. So I think they will be for all of you. So yeah, okay, talk to you tomorrow. Do it. Whoop. Do this. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please write us a review to help us reach more people like you.
If you'd like to connect with Cassie and I, you can find us on Instagram at The Real Spoonies Unite. You can also join our private Facebook community, Spoonies Unite, or you can visit our website, therealspooniesunite.com, for all sorts of resources and to stay up to date with our current projects. And don't worry, you can find all of these links in the show notes below.
Thank you to our wonderful Spoonie patrons for all your support, and you can become one too. That's right. All you have to do is go on over to patreon.com/therealspooniesunite, and you can get all sorts of extra goodies like videos of our episodes and more.
Any support is greatly appreciated. It helps enable us to create more content for all of you, as well as make this podcast sound better and better. Thanks for listening. We can't wait to be back in your ears soon.